Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Britta. Today we have a gentle full body practice and we'll start in our chair with our warm-up. So we'll start with our arms out to the sides, hands in okay positions with some twists. Twisting back and forth, slower or faster than me, whatever feels good. Let's warm up the spine. Get ready to incorporate the breath. All right, leave the hands where they are and start doing some cat and cows. If your legs are short like mine, feel free to place blocks under them. That's why they're there today for me. Starting to feel warm yet? All right, now bring the arms out to the sides and start doing some shoulder rotations. One forward, one back. And breathe. All right, hands down. Let's do one arm at a time. Big circles. That's 2 back. Let's do 2 to the front. Other side, 2 back. And 2 to the front. Hands on the hips. Do some body circles. Let's do 4 each direction. And back. Some hip circles. Rolling around on the seat of the chair. Back the other way. Now, if you're seated back on the chair, scoot forward a little bit for some butterflies. Warming up the hips. Stay seated forward on the chair, and we're going to do chair mountain. So stack the knees over the ankles, the shoulders over the hips. Sit tall, lengthen through the neck. Let's take a few breaths here. If you'd like to experience this in a little bit of a different way, grab a block and squeeze it between the legs. Let's do 3 more breaths. Last one. All right, you can put the block down. Let's do some variations of tree. So we can come here, with the leg out to the side. You can scoot forward, prop the heel up onto the ankle, like this. You can come to a stand and take one foot onto the chair like this, and our tree arms will be here together and up overhead. So choose your variation and go for it. All right, if you're standing, come back and take a seat. And let's do our tree again with one leg out to the side, turn towards that leg, hands on the hips, and bend forward over that leg. And come back up. And we're going to do a few of these. Feel that foot firmly planted. Strength through the legs. Use the core and the legs to help push you back up. One last time. All right, let's do tree on the other side. Pick your variation. Hands together and up. And breathe. All right, and then let's bring the left leg out to the side. Turn towards it, hands on the hips, lean over the leg, push yourself back up. Engage the core, lean, and come back up. And let's do that a few more times. Last one. And now come to standing. We'll do some standing moves. We'll begin in a downward dog. Push back into downward dog. Feel the stretch in the legs. Let's do some runner stretches. And back to downward dog. Come forward into plank. Push forward on the toes and back. Up and down with the feet and the toes. Take the right leg, step it up to the chair. This is lizard. Step back to plank. Push into downward dog. Take a step up to the chair with a wide leg stance. Come forward into Prasarita. Push back into the palms of the hands. Step back once again into downward dog. Come forward a little bit to come up to three-leg. Three-leg dog, switching back and forth, side to side, feeling balance, one leg at a time. And awesome hamstring stretch. One more time each side. And then back to downward dog. Come forward into plank. Step the left leg forward into a lunge with strong straight arms for lizard. Step back to plank. Let's push forward with the feet and toes again. Back and forth. And then push back into downward dog. Step back up to the chair, wide leg stance. Come back down one more time into Prasarita. Press into the palms, come back up to standing. I'll move the chair back to center. We'll do some more seated ones. Next up is some cat and cows. So if you would like to use a prop, you can place it between the legs to help engage the leg muscles. And we'll start with our hands higher up on our thighs, and we'll bring them down to the knees for cat and bring them back up to closer to the hips for cow. Go ahead and start moving back and forth at your own pace, getting a great spinal stretch. A little bit slower than from our warm-up. All right, place the block to the side. Bring the legs out to a wide stance. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh and reach up with the left and stretch the whole side. Stay here and breathe for a few moments. Back up and come through to the other side. Left arm, left leg, right arm comes up overhead and stretch out, reach out to the side. And back to center. All right, for our final peak pose, we're going to do pigeon 2 different ways. So we'll do a seated one first, and if that suits you, stay there, and I'll show you a standing one as well. So bring the right leg across the left in a figure 4 shape. Take hold of the knee, the foot, however feels most comfortable to you, and then bend forward over the leg. Hold that for a few seconds. And I will show you the standing version. So taking hold of the chair for support, get into a chair-like leg stance. Bring the right leg across again, same figure 4 position, and then sit down as if you were sitting towards a chair while holding onto the chair for stability. You can always hold onto the foot to help keep it in place if your leggings are a little bit slidey. Okay, now let's switch sides. I'll do the chair version for this side. But if you like the standing version best, go for it. All right, so left leg crosses the right, figure 4 shape. Take hold of the foot and the knee and come forward. So lengthen out first and then bend forward over the leg. Use your breath to get in deeper to the pose if you'd like. On an exhale, you can go down just a millimeter lower. All right, now if you're taking the standing option, come back to seated. If you'd like, place the blocks so the feet can go on top. Scoot back in the chair. Let's do some relaxation breathing. Let's start with some tenses and releases. So take the right leg out, hold all the muscles really, really tight, flex the foot, and then release and bring it back down. Left leg out, tense all the muscles, flex the foot, very, very strong, release, and place it down. Bring the arms out to the side, make a fist, strengthen those arms, hold them so tight, and then release, shake them out. Now, let's do the core. Engage the core, engage the hips, back, clench every muscle, and release. All right, let's take the chin, tuck it down just slightly for a relaxing position. Roll the neck back and forth. If there's any tension left over, let it release. And then come back to just whatever position is comfortable. Seated, palms down, palms up, grasping the hands together. Whatever is best for you, and close the eyes and breathe. Focus on the breath. Feel the rise and fall of the chest. Then bring the awareness to the mind. Forget about the breath. Allow it to occur naturally without any extra involvement. Bring the awareness to the mind and the thoughts. Allow the thoughts to come and go without interacting with them. And feel the peaceful feeling that comes from taking some time for yourself and doing a yoga class. Then start to wiggle the fingers and the toes and flutter the eyes open. Stretch the arms out and up. Get a really good stretch. Bring back some movement. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.